Ui mà vào đúng thằng cùi bắp.
Đây châu Á, Nhật cũng thế.
Má cái bọn này nó chỉ được hai ba thằng nó gánh lên vãi cái trưởng.
Có ai và Tony ngon thế gì nữa.
Wow. Má toàn thối này. Ồ, nạp khuyến mãi, nạp khuyến mãi hình như đánh bao nhiêu là vẫn được rút mà.
Cái gì?
Nạp khuyến mãi là đánh bao nhiêu vòng vẫn được rút cái số mình ấy mà. Cái số mình nạp mà.
Không, phải đủ.
Ồ, thế mà tôi rút rồi.
Thì bạn chắc là đủ rồi, không để ý.
Chưa, mới đánh có 2-3 ngày.
Làm sao chuyện đấy được?
Ô thật. Đánh vẫn được nạp 2 mê rưỡi, được 5 mê đúng không? 5.000. 5.000 đánh từ hôm qua đến kia. Là vẫn còn 5.000 thế vào cái phần rút thử thấy ô thấy mình rút được 2.800. Tôi rút luôn.
Ngon. Ok, chạy đi.
Đấy.
Nhật yếu thế.
Firmino. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Roberto
Phải kinh thật đấy.
pretty much the ultimate team player, Peter, in that he gives his teammates a real lift and makes everyone feel better. He can drop deep to pick up the ball and create chances for others, or drift wide to drag defenders out of position, and that versatility makes him really hard to defend against. He's also full of running, and he's extremely effective in that first line of defence.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree.
Chạy đi em ơi, cố đi.
Đâu.
Well, the counter could be on here. Ibanez. Either side especially adventurous early on.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
Galeno. Kessié. And That's not going to reach. Gets his pass away.
Ui giời ơi, Việt vị à?
Referee has his flag raised for offside.
bật tính tách như tôm ấy nhỉ.
Ô, nhanh thế mà Việt vị.
Thì nhanh như vị chứ.
Biết cái chuyền đằng kia, không của chuyền nhanh chứ còn nó chạy Việt vị thì nói làm gì? Ai của chuyền nhanh đâu.
Demiral. And it's Firmino. Another pass just keeps it ticking over.
Ôi không lọt.
Expertly dealt with. And he welcomes it in.
Ôi, chạy ghê vậy.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Shot a goal!
Bố giỏi vậy.
Sút thẳng người từ môn cái gì mà giỏi.
Oh, that's a key interception.
Ôi.
Nãy Việt vị. Ủa mấy cái thằng Nhật này.
Chọc hẹp kinh quá.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he spark a counter here?
Ô.
Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Galeno showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That's
Ui.
gonna go a long way.
Phá này ghê vậy.
30 minutes gone. That's a good intervention. That was what he had in the face of danger that was growing. That's a nicely measured pass.
Ui.
Too happy to take that back. Decent hit.
Bố mày cái thằng Nhật. Thế không chết.
Chết đâu được. Chạy chắn rồi sao chết được.
And it's been taken short. Driving. There's the shot. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And now they can spring out of defence. It was good pressing. Forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Fiddles it through. And he gets rid in a hurry.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
And they've got a throw. Kessier. Alioski. Can he get it through? Galeno.
What a letdown.
Chết rồi.
It's off target and by quite a way.
Má cay kinh.
Played out to the right. Threads one in. Nice interception. His positioning was spot.
Đã trượt.
The first half is
Hay
done.
quá.
Well, there it is. It's half-time, not a bad watch by any means, and the efforts of both sides have been good, but neither have been able to penetrate, and so we reach the break, and the game remains goalless. So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Kawasaki Frontal clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
That's been cut out, well played. Works it forward. Now he's off and running. No, that's been intercepted. Galeno, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gets into some space.
Ô, đi xuyên người kìa.
Beyond the defence.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
And it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Well, that's well seen too. And here's Roberto Firmino.
Yeah, well.
That's been won straight back. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Alioski.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed. Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Pass is coming off in. Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on.
Ghê vậy.
Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Bọn này nếu có người thay đá bực cấp gì chịu được.
Chọc cái ai thế mà thiếu một tí.
Substitution on the field. Number two then. Number 23 coming on the field. Number 24. Number 18. Substitutions taking place. Cleared away.
Chết. Bố mấy cái thằng tiền chút ngu thật. Đúng rồi tụi môn. Hồn toàn như thế. Đó, chết.
Great defending, strong and determined.
Cố lên mà. Chạy chậm đấy.
Firmino. Well, that looks a decent ball.
Đấy, đánh em kìa. Thằng này sao nó nhảy nha.
Well, there's the clearance. And that could set him on his way. Now then, the ball's come loose. It's a good spell of possession, this. And he's had a hit. It's loose now, and they want to get it back.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Engages and forces him off the ball.
Đánh xỉu mà nó ghi tới 8 bàn, chó thật.
And cuts out the supply. Played into space out wide.
Dã man thật. Mẹ nè.
And the counter is on. That looks a good ball through. It's a promising position. That's very neat. Kessier. Galeno. Real chance.
Ôi dồi ôi, không chết.
That was superb goalkeeping.
Cụ nó ghi liên tục, chó chết thật. 3 bàn liên tục, đỡ thế nào được.
All hands on deck for this one. Kessier. And he's there to clear it.
Chết.
For the header.
Ôi
Well,
dồi
he got
ôi, em
rid
kéo chết
because he
đi.
was under pressure. Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
And he's gone backward here.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Back into the middle. That's a super give and go. That's a decent clearance. So nothing between them in 90 minutes, and we are in for extra time.
Well, 0-0 doesn't offer a fair reflection of what we've seen. The game's been vibrant. I think the atmosphere has remained buoyant, and we just need the scoreline to step into line.
So to clarify, extra time will follow.
Just a quick announcement, and an exciting one too. We're about to announce today's lottery numbers. Please watch the screen if you have a ticket. Substitution on the field. Number 2.
Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time.
Coming on the field.
And he was quick to react.
Number 35. Number 8.
Great ball if he can get there.
15. Substitution.
Well,
Ôi giời,
a little
má chuyền điểm rơi đẹp thế mà mẹ. Không chạm được cái chân vào.
He's played him through. Firmino.
Ủa, má kéo ra được, chân vẫn chạm được.
Well read, nice interception. Kessier. Shifted upfield. And it's Firmino. Now the finish!
Tốt.
And that might well be that. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Ủa,
So we have the
không
first
làm
goal.
sự kim cả.
He's had it taken off him. They've got to make this nice and quick. He's picked his way through. Oh, that is really good tenacity.
Cảm giác nó chạy như một chú bò.
It's their second corner of the game. And it's hoisted clear. Kawasaki Frontale have the chance to go the other way.
This is the time you need that pace.
And he's lost his man here. Nice ball and he's in here.
Ô,
Đá thế chứ. Người ta tấn công như thế chứ.
Once more we are all square.
Cài xuyên qua được quả mình vào đấy.
We score.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserves.
Ôi vãi chửa, nó thắng luôn.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then
Gì mà chưa gì đã bị gỡ ngay rồi.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
well, there's resilience.
Ui dồi ôi, còn mất bóng đấy.
First half of
Mất là được. Chuyện này
90 minutes long gone, 15 of an extra
địt
30.
mẹ mày, hai thằng gôn đấy kìa.
The search for a winner
Lúc
is
xiên nó đéo nổ, lúc cùng xiên nó nổ 6 bàn với 8 bàn.
game,
Chó thật.
bodies and heads and minds. The outstanding question, the only question, is there still room
Ui dồi ôi chuyện.
for this bit of drama? And if you're just back, well, the action is back underway already. They have
Ôi,
played
một cái chân
themselves
tạt
to a
bóng
near
thế mà
Má
thả.
thủ môn,
what is left
thủ
in
môn
the
đứng nhìn
tank
tí
now.
chết.
Cao mà, nó nhìn gì có đấy nữa.
Can he get away here? Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here.
Ôi giời.
I think that's offside.
Xa.
Yes, it is. Oh, perfectly measured that.
Chết mẹ rồi, lại truyền tím.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Oh, what has happened here? Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Cứ thật.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Ơ. Chuyện.
It's been cut short. Now it's Roberto Firmino. Lovely ball and a real chance, and the shot!
Chết. À.
It's about that! And that may just do it!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Firmino.
Ai chà.
That's it.
Vất vả quá.
A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Kawasaki Frontal can be quite proud of themselves despite the result, and I'm pleased to listen to the applause they're receiving for a gutsy show.
Bốc kìa.
À. Chà chà.
Khi loan không kích, trụ sở của tập đoàn công nghệ hàng đầu nước Mỹ cháy rụi.
Tricky. Kevin Gray.
Thua đau quá.
Cái gì?
Đội bạn bốc Man C mạnh quá.
Giờ anh thua gì?
Trận đấu bàn này.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere.
Quan trọng người đá chứ, đội.
The place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Ai chà.
Sút trái để ăn gì cả.
Anderson vậy đúng là thủ môn là 8x xạ tốt thật.
All he needs to
Rồi
do
bạn đã
is to
cái
place
tiểu
this
kinh nhỉ?
between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Cái tiểu kinh quá.
And now they can spring out of defence. Matches Nunes going full tilt down the left. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Bob chasing after it. De Bruyne. Ruben Dias cuts it out. Almost ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
Ôi dồi, bắt sợ thật.
So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, this guy, Rodri, is a player I like a lot, and he's someone who quietly gets on with his job,
A
lot of the simple things exactly right. His game's all about playing short balls, forming triangles, and the speed of thought is actually quite impressive, and it often keeps him away from trouble.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And the finish!
Quá.
Not a defender
Kevin
in
De
sight.
Bruyne.
He had all the time in the world.
Well, it doesn't have to look spectacular. Why complicate simplicity?
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And he was quick to react. Bob.
Ai,
Gregoric. Arnaut. And Arnautovic!
ai da.
Oh, that is very close.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Bỏ thế.
Ruben Dias calmly anticipates.
Ấy ôi, chuyển đuối vậy.
Austria are really in a position where
Ai à?
patience and
Giờ
prudence
mình
will
ghê
suit
vậy.
them best. Time's on this.
And the shot! Well, now it's a race for the... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Rodri gets good distance on it. Nachos Nunes.
We're seeing some really
Đi,
good
mẹ
pressure.
chọc khe kìa. Mãi cả trưởng
Particularly
mẹ này.
those guys up front.
Chạy góc to thế mà.
Just, I suppose, Jim denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Tries to get it clear.
Ai ôi, chuyển mới đúng chứ. Quả này đi xàm suốt quá.
Baumgartner could move up a gear here. Austria ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Fiddles it through. And no, that was never going to make it. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Now, what about a counter-attack?
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Stones. Oh, can he get onto this? Well seen.
Ui.
Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Ui. Má chân dài vậy.
Reed.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Bob.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Mẹ, họ chạy cũng truyền vào chân được. Chiu.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Haaland. Haaland was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Shot could be... Hits one!
Soạt sớm quá bạn.
Really well taken goal. Two up and threatening to pull... And the referee brings the first half to a close. Some first half thoughts?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
And the second half gets underway.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial. Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up.
Oh, no question, that's a foul. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Nachos Nunes. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Ui
Ồ,
giời.
hay thế. À,
Well, he's
lộc
furious with
rồi,
himself, but at least
lộc
the boss is
rồi,
applauding his effort then.
lộc rồi, ai da. Ủa,
Baumgartner gets into some space. Keeper has taken decisive action. Real chance here. Oh, smashing
Ủa?
header. Split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Haaland.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
chết rồi.
And he's gone backward here. In with a header.
Mẹ, nó trả lộc lại như thế.
All you'll be thinking is,
Má,
please,
tóc
ground,
ấy, tụi
swallow
con
me up.
nhìn này. Muốn chuột rồi mà.
That has been cut short.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Mẹ em chuyển cho Hà Lan mà.
The end of that.
Mẹ mày, mình đã chỉnh góc như thế rồi.
And here's De Bruyne. Now he's off and running. And he's intervened well there. Sabitzer. Pass is just off target.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's picked out the run.
Hà Lan thoát ra được.
Không. Không có được rồi. 2 trận chung kết rồi, đau quá,
Well, I
căng
think
thẳng
there's
quá.
a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been
Hà
on.
Lan, vào phải Hà Lan. Gọi là đã còn định. Phil Foden.
Và không khó quá nhỉ, Marseille mạnh quá. Cũng không ăn.
Hà Lan đá nó sướng thế.
Changes here from both sides, in fact. 3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. And they win it back again. Haaland.
Coming on the field.
Nicely intercepted.
17. Number 18.
He's found a way past.
20.
You can never be short of runners in the space. As long as the space left behind is filled.
Xa quá. Xa quá.
It's Gregoritsch. Now it's Liner. He's got away.
Ít còn.
Ederson catches it safely. Aims beyond the defence. Oh, super
Ui trời
fight.
ơi, đâu đỡ được.
Keeper's ball.
Mẹ.
Rodri into the last quarter of an hour. Oh, nice touch. Oh, well played.
Ai rồi.
It's an inviting
Mở
looking
góc cũng
ball
được
there.
đấy. Nó gọi là đội bạn đứng tốt quá.
Stood up well to him there. Good spot. He's seen the run. Oh, that's a key interception.
Thế thôi
That
rồi.
could send
Mày
him on his way. Too much on it, and that's the keeper's. Well, that's well seen too.
chết.
they've got rid. He's had it taken off him. Haaland. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Now it's Haaland. There's the hit! He's got a goal! Results no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Well, most of...
Đúng quá, Steve. Lâu lâu được cầm độ 5 sao. Quả lại bốc tiếp vào được Real Madrid chơi đẹp. Real, không phải Real. Đi gì? Mà bọn châu Phi đá ngu lắm.
Thế nào nói được.
Ui giời ôi, mà đi dê. Vãi cả đái. Hỏng. Đều có người thay rồi. Ây da.
Thủ thôi. Chết rồi, 2-0 rồi. Cháy thương phức.
Thủ gì? Công đi.
Thôi, mục tiêu là không sâu răng các bạn.
Thua. Nhanh gọn nào để bạn mình còn nhanh gọn nào để còn làm được 3 set.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. And already we're underway here. Now he's off and running.
Đỡ bóng không chuyển gì cả.
He's pressure there. And that should get the job done. Up for a throw. And the shot! Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, this looks sharp. And the ball's a good one here. Picked up. There's the hit! And Nigeria are ahead. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
Nigeria make the perfect start. They are already ahead. Moved on forwards. It's an inviting looking ball that. Shapes to shoot.
Không vào chứ.
Oh, what has happened here?
Hút khỏe thật. Hút khỏe thật đấy.
And he hits the net. And
Suốt quả nào suốt quả đấy vãi đá thật.
simply do not know what has hit them. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Nigeria are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
His positioning was spot on. Grimes.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this.
Has a goal!
Ui giời.
Là mình chạy vào trong mình chặn những sút.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on
Cái
the
này là
break.
gì nữa?
Ơi.
He's through here.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Ây.
Terrific
Ây.
header. Good delivery, but no joy.
Now that was a slick move, and there were several options in the box to pick
Để
out.
tao ra ngoài. Nè. Tiền đạo thì cao to như thế.
That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's a sharp little ball here. He gets big.
Mẹ sai lầm thế. Môn bấm ra
Chance
đúng.
of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Coventry get themselves back into contention.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
That's a shade optimistic. Ooh, can he get onto this? Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here.
Ui dồi ôi.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but
Ui, cái thằng này
it's
chuyền bóng kìa.
out into nothing.
Mày quá.
Danger averted for now. Up he goes! And that was very necessary.
Ây da. Mẹ cứ chạy về thủ môn là xong rồi.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Mẹ góc to thế mà nó chuyền thẳng vào chân.
In suffocation, every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Grimes. Coventry are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break.
Quá góc to quá mà.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and
Ôi hay quá nhỉ, các bạn chuyển. Mẹ.
Patterson. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing.
it's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Well, played right into his path. He's had it
Ây
taken
kìa,
off
hay
him.
quá.
Just a little off target. Patterson does have his name on the score sheet, of course.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
He's shifting through the gears here. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Played back in. And it's half time. So after a truly engaging first half, it remains right on edge. Things still very much in the mix. In what is shaping up to be a super contest. 2 on the score at the break, and every indication that both parties are capable of adding more. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, we've had plenty to go at in that first half, Peter, and it's a fragile lead that could quite easily change hands in the second. If you like your football unpredictable, I think you're at the right match.
And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
That's been cut out, well played. Now he's off and running. It's a pretty loose pass. No, he's not going to get any further than that.
Đi còn mẹ này.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Má, chọc vào đấy để trôi bóng.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's going for goal.
Ui giời ơi.
Fantastic.
Má, Vin thằng côn.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Can he finish? Well, now that's another chance. And they are pulling clear here. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Substitution on the field. Number 12.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. So now the difference is 3.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Oh, well played, well played. Nigeria appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Stood up well to him there.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to
Ui,
goal.
không chạy em.
Oh, that's a key interception. And he was quick to react. Good read, needed to be.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Coventry perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. He's gone forward. Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can
Tốt. Ui
open
dồi
up many
ôi.
possibilities.
Một phút rồi.
Used a certain sixth sense. He won't be happy with that one.
Ấy.
Now he's off and running. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Looking tidy in possession here. Nicely aimed pass. It's a goal kick. Just eases him off the ball. It's an inviting looking ball, that. And he welcomes it in. Big chance! Now who's going to be in for the pieces?
Ôi trời.
He's going to be quick to recover this. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. He's going to be disappointed with that. Shot could be on. It's one. It's loose now. They're going to get it back. Up for a header. Arrived on cue, but fluffed his
Thua
line.
rồi. Khó quá.
Khó. Để đi vào trước là hơi khó.
And he cuts out the supply. That's going in strongly. Gets a good foot in there.
Ui, mà đấy mà cũng trượt chân.
Oh, this looks sharp.
Minutes has been indicated.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. Engages and forces him off the ball. And that is that. Coventry cannot spin this any other way.
Anh
Up
gọi nghe
against
à?
opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable.
Đợi tí. Dạ. Pha không trắng, hạ sao thôi, đá có đá được đâu.
Bình tĩnh, vẫn đang dương mà.
Đá tầm bắt cháy cái thủ này.
Khi phong độ cao.
Bốc đi kìa.
À. À tôi chết.
Bốc đi.
Nửa sao đúng không?
Cứ bốc đi. Qua rồi thôi.
Đấy thằng gì ta? Không nhớ nữa.
Quan trọng gì.
Bớt mớt. Bớt mớt. Cứ tưởng một sao. Đội này có màu áo hồng đẹp nhỉ?
Hồng nam tính đẹp thế gì nữa.
Nhưng đội này nó cao lắm thì phải. Nhớ nhầm. Má quên mất không vào thằng Benfica. Má chấp tận 5.5.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Vào
A club
Auckland
has
City.
all the ingredients for a showcase game.
Giờ có 3.75. Chả đánh vào.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
And expectations are rising, and decibel levels are rising.
Decent hit! That's another chance!
Loose ball now,
thế mà
there's a
không vào
chase
nữa.
on to retrieve it.
Well, they won't be deterred from trying again, Peter. They have the bit between their teeth now.
Now he's off and running.
He's played him through.
And the counter is on. Kral.
Thế mà không vào nữa.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Great defending, strong and determined. Semenyo. So, what can they make of this? Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, important interception. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Christie.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
So we're still where we started right now. And he was quick to react. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now then, the ball's come loose. Cook pinches it off him. He's looking wide. Aimed in towards the centre. Zabani tries to clear. Semenyo.
Má nó chọc hai đứa.
Kral.
Gì? Còn mẹ này đá chút thế không chết.
Chỉnh góc quá.
Very much set up for the counter attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Semenyo cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else.
Chết mẹ rồi, mày quá.
Shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Unal does really well to win the ball there. Kral. Oh, no joy this time.
Cook.
Oh, good read.
Ooh.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Velis.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too. Well played and well cleared.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. He's had a shot! Oh, the ball's
Ui giời, đứng đấy không đá. Ủa, cái thằng tiền đạo kia.
Cook, and that interception was most necessary. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gần chút xa không ăn.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal.
Tụi bạn trận này đã chết đéo quá.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Brooks.
Tốt rồi. Lọc quá. Này lọc quá. Mà bạn cứ ói ra chỗ mình. Thích.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Just
Ui,
eases him off the ball.
về bãi trưởng.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Real chance.
Ui giời. Má chịu rồi. Tưởng thế chịu.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction was emphatic. Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They would.
Đúng phút cuối.
He's blown his whistle for half time. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's 1 each. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, we thought this would be close, Peter, and it's proving us right so far. They're well matched, and it presents a fascinating battle of wits to see who'll emerge on top. Or
Ơi da.
Into the lead once more. That is
Bài lọc rồi.
lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved all over the place on its journey.
Bournemouth get themselves into the lead. Kral.
Ôi dồi ôi, đau quá.
That's a good run down the left. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, that's a key interception. Cook is sporting a guilty look after that.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bournemouth appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Kerkez. Unal is herring after that one. Oh, and he's through the middle.
Ây da. Là xa thế.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
He is through here.
Mẹ mày ôi lại đầu chứ.
It's level. What a match we have.
I can watch this every week, Peter.
Rất là
Talk
chân.
about strength of character, wonderful. That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
This is quite a battle.
Well, what a convincing response to going behind. They've got all the momentum now. Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Oh, he's been caught napping. A big chance. It's loose now, and they won't get it back. And that's been one straight back.
Đủ nhiều đấy. Anh chị em ạ.
Picked out brilliantly. Another pass. Can he put it away?
Ôi giời.
More pressure on the opposition goal.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
Quên thằng này.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
Could move up a gear here.
Ừ.
That's been
Rồi,
intercepted.
hay quá.
Christie.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Eva Nielsen. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. He steps in, and that's the end of that.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Ui
mày
giời ơi.
Phải luôn thật má, bóng bị ói ra. Trong vị trí gì đấy?
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Đã chắc chắn vào. Chắc chắn vào anh em ơi. Đừng đá nha. Đấy.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. He's had it taken off him. Scott. And here's Evan Nielsen. Tavernier. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Ôi trời ơi, địt ma, sút góc bên này mà.
Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. And now they can spring out of defence.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
Ui, má, cầu thủ trốn tốt nhỉ.
Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Oh, that's well spotted. Oh, they can break here. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Ủa, ngon thế.
That's been cut out, well played. Has a goal!
Ôi trời ơi.
It's another chance goes to waste.
Sát cột. Đẹp quá, sát cột.
Good-looking ball. It cuts out the supply. And the number on the board is 3. Oh, he couldn't quite make it.
Oh man.
And that was very necessary. Evan Nielsen is onto it in a flash. Kluivert. And that's been intercepted. It is going to be
Ai chủ ui.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So a short respite for the players as they prepare themselves for another 30 minutes.
Để mà không cho vào.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 3.
Into extra time we go.
El dorsal 14. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 5.
Engages and forces him off the ball.
Cambio de jugadores.
Tavernier. And there's his chance to lead the counter. He's got away. Shapes to shoot.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Kluivert. That's good play.
Có phải trường hợp lắc như thế mà vẫn còn giữ được cái chân mình.
And can go again. And here's Unal. Oh, that's a very decent ball now.
Ui.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble in store.
Oh man, cái thằng kia.
Now it's Kluivert. Evan Nielsen.
Ui. Không chọc qua được.
Alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Scott. Unal. Pinches it off him. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Adams proves too strong. Alvaro Tejero. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Reached the midway point in extra time. Yeah, it is coming down to those last 15 minutes. A truly attritional affair that has reduced both teams to near standstill. The saying goes that it only takes a moment to make a difference in this game, but you have to pose the question, is there enough left in the collective tank of either team? And the action has already restarted. This has been enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have left?
Xoay người đúng rồi, skill.
Evan Nielsen's cross. Oh, well played. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, that is a good ball to find him.
Chết rồi. Đấy, em lừa được.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Bournemouth go into the lead.
Oh, this is fully deserved for me because they've shown great heart and spirit. It's there to win from here, or dare I say, throw it away now.
Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Evan Nielsen. Tavernier is the guilty party there.
Ủa cái thằng kia đứng cái vị vĩ nữa.
I thought it was from them. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Hay à.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, that's alertness. Now it's
nhẹ thế.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
He's played him through. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And here's Evan Nielsen. Nice interception, well timed. Referee looks at the watch and blows his whistle.
Vất vả quá.
Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might
Giống nhau
argue
phết
to
nhỉ.
the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance.
Bốn không một.
Bốc kìa.
Sao lại ngon rồi. Được, để xin được. Có uy cốt. Trước gì uy gốt trước gì. Comfy.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. He's played him through. He is through here. Tries to get it clear.
Vãi thật.
Well read, nice interception. And it's played forward. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Stevan Jovetic. I think he could be the key in this game. Leading the front line is not really suited to him, but the freedom to play from a slightly deeper position or from out wide can bring out the best of him.
Well, quite no argument for me on that one.
Đéo sút được.
Now he's off and running. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Weghorst. Simons has a goal! It's a race for the ball.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Của đấy mà trúng người thủ môn. Vãi
Easy
ảo.
pickings there. Montenegro are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Can he spark a counter here?
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
There's the hit!
Ôi giời.
That is doing no
Cái
harm.
thằng đá
Well,
dữ
we were
thế.
anticipating
Áp lực.
this. They're very much set
Áp
up
lực
for
của
the
người chạy sau.
counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now, can he find a finish? Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Up for a header! He's gone for goal!
Ui
Ai da.
giời.
And collective relief etched on the
Mà
faces
cỡ
of the
lớn.
defenders.
Mẹ, quả đấy tưởng vào rồi, cuối cùng mới ra ngoài. Để cày thối rồi luôn.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been
Phải cao lớn.
Ui giời, thằng máy kìa.
He could be in here. Flecken gets it away.
Ui.
That's been cut out, well played.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Well, that's well seen too.
Ô,
Some really good ball movement. He's looking wide.
thảo
And
lắm.
it's hoisted clear. Gakpo. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Gakpo. Looking for the run. Oh, played through for the wide man. Oh, that's neat. Xavi Simons looking to get on the end of this. Simons. Well played, well played. Oh, that's a key interception.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Shooten. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Back towards the middle.
Má, không làm gì được.
But it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And we are already promptly back underway. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Marusic. And here's Jovetic. Now it's Marusic. Marusic, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward.
Đi con mẹ mày cái thằng kia.
Thả quả bóng quả. Lượng thế.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, it doesn't have to look spectacular. Why complicate simplicity?
Substitution on the field. Number 10 coming on the field.
So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while. The Netherlands have taken the lead.
Oh, half-time has been a blessing for this team. You know, what a great start to the second half.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Simons. No, that's been intercepted. The Netherlands appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time. Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
He's
had it taken off him. Montenegro still chasing a one-goal deficit here. Nice interception, well timed. It's going to go a long way. Well, it's good stuff. This is better. Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Dumfries is sporting a guilty look after that.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Oh, that's well spotted. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Now this, and the shot!
Yeah. We got.
And there's the goal they've been looking for. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, that pretty much works out as a gift due to the space he was afforded in the box.
The Netherlands are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
No, that was never going to make it. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. He can get that clear.
Thôi, ôi Lộc.
Not just close, agonizingly close.
Ơi chà chà, đã sai lầm tí được Lộc nữa chứ. Giờ cho để bay vào, ngoái. Man.
Nó ghi được bàn.
Nhọ ra, nhọ phải chịu thôi.
Just a quarter of an hour to play.
Ây da. Ui. À.
Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
The Netherlands clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And he was quick to react.
Ôi trời ơi, nguy hiểm đấy.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Passing is crisp and sharp.
Montenegro truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
Brilliantly cut out. And he's had it nicked away. He's got
Ôi mẹ. Nó tin được hôm nay đá nó ghi bàn.
Well,
Phải
being
đấy.
able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard
Còn như
not to
thế
pick
đánh
someone
đầu
out.
chết.
Hôm nay vẻ là đỏ thế nhỉ, mẹ không thể tin được. Dứt điểm đã ngon này, đội bạn ấy dứt điểm dở đấy chứ.
Be disappointed with that.
Hai bãi trưởng.
Marlen. Zixi looking to run onto it.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Zixi is in a really good position out wide. And he's there to clear it. He's gone down, but the Gravenberch!
Nghĩ là ghim vào gò lưới tiếp.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
The Netherlands have their second corner now. Can he finish?
Mình xin.
They are rampant. And the lead is 3. It is surely done. Oh, high quality goal. Lovely first touch. Sumptuous second.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what...
That's that, the end. Montenegro have very little in the way of excuses here. Simply having no answer to a display that was
Rút ra xem nhau, mình có 3
scintillating.
nhái. Giá như ngày nào cũng hên như này nhỉ. Đấy. Đá có phải nhẹ nhàng không? Ui trời. Hà Lan, 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 Hà Lan. Kết liễu nào, kết liễu nhanh chóng nào. Gì mẹ, mãi thằng xịt là sao? Mẹ này đá cánh phải mà lại cận chân trái à? Đấy. Đá thế nào thì lại cận chân đấy chứ? Để cảm hả? Kính thưa. Bạn là trên nóng xịt.
Khó quá.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. And already we're underway here. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
That's been intercepted. Surlot. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, a player with a classic number 10 look about him is Martin Odegaard, Peter. It'll be crucial that he can pick the ball up between the lines, as he prefers to do. That'll allow him to show off his trickery. If he can find that space, then all options are open, and the opposition defence.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Haaland. Odegaard.
Ui giời.
Now he's off and running. Can he latch onto this?
Vô đi ạ.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Odegaard cuts out the pass. Chance here to counter. He is through here. Surlot.
Không lừa được các bạn được. Wow.
Neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
And the assistant referee raised for offside. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And he was quick to react. Moved on forwards. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bố mấy cái thằng này.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Nice sequence of passes this. Well read. The danger is averted. That's going to go a long way.
Ôi. Mẹ, không chuyên được quả đấy.
Oh, well played. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
That was just poor decision making and a weak execution.
Now it's Surlot. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Might be danger here. He's had a shot. Haaland. Can he get onto this? Just eases him off the ball. Bob. Now that's well seen too. Well timed, excellent interception.
Chuyển chứ anh em.
There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Mexico couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
There they go, hunting again.
In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. 5 minutes till the break. Bob.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Đi.
Well, the idea was a good one.
Ok thật.
The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
He's going to be disappointed with that.
Ngoan
There's
quá.
the end of the first half. As if they needed reminding, no easy games at this level, and that is proven here. Neither side any further forward from where they were 45 minutes ago, but it is far from lethargic, far from slow, highly engaging, but goalless. Any strong opinions on the first half?
I think it's been a very impressive defensive effort. They've never been broken down and contained the opposition attack extremely well.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 at half-time. And we are back underway.
Mexico clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Haaland. Yeah, he's pulled him up for the
Oh,
challenge.
yeah.
Chưa được sút của nào cả. Nhanh là ván 3 nào. Tranh thủ đăng lộc.
Mexico choosing to make the first change.
Yeah, there's going to be a significant change of approach, I think. They really are shaking up their attack now. Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
Ui. Rồi.
Well, they could break here. Passing is crisp and sharp. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Oh, that's well spotted. Works it forward. Norway appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up
Chuyển
for
bậy
the
quá.
counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Goalless still. Neither side really getting onto the front foot. Oh, this looks sharp.
La cantidad de espectadores de este partido fue de 70.987.
Very little to report from an attacking perspective. There's the hit!
Chết tôi rồi. Phát chết ngay.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
México, convertido en el minuto 62. Número 10.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
And he cuts out the supply. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Chết mẹ.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that. clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Mexico do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
And here's the chance to counter.
Mexico couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Always onto this. Surlot. Well seen.
That was well played.
Well
stopped. Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
No, that was never going to make it. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
He's got away.
Xấu thế.
Stood up well to him there. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Oh, super fine. So much time and space here. There's the shot! Oh, that could cost them.
He's looking pretty upset with himself. It should have been 11.
Trời.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now he's off and running. Some
Oh,
defending there. 5 minutes left on the clock. It's run loose here.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Haaland! That's an untimed
Ê,
touch.
huyết sâu.
Để đánh người.
Ref's been lenient here.
Ông huyết sâu thật.
Doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Má không trọt chân được vào giống của bạn kìa. Đứng sau mà trọt chân được tài.
Oh, he's found some space here.
Quả đấy còn nhắm cạch một chân nữa. Chết rồi, nào đi cái này mất vía quá nhỉ.
And the number on the board is 3. It's an inviting looking ball, that. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that is as
6
far
trận
as
thắng
it
được trận
goes.
vậy đấy. 1-0.
Relief finally. Now at last they can enjoy
Mới có
this
5
victory.
trận, 6 trận.
6 trận.
Trận sau này 1 sao à? Dứt điểm rồi.
Tưởng Na Uy của bạn thế nào? Bốc được Na Uy cởi ách. Đấy, không sút được quả nào.
Sút được mấy quả đấy. Mỗi
Phải
tội
cái pha mới sút
nó
được. Một có sút đâu.
mỗi tội nó lại
Cái pha người ta ghi bàn và người ta lùi về phòng ngự có sút được. Bốc đi kìa.
Real 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 nào. Ý à? Được. Sàng đông tại sao?
Hỏng rồi.
Châu Á hả? Không để chủ quan được, nhất quyết không chủ quan được.
Khó khăn quá, mẹ cái độ sang đông nó yếu rồi rồi.
Thế mới dứt điểm được chứ.
So
Hy vọng
welcome
trận
one and
hòa
all
vậy.
to a picturesque
Được
evening
đâu,
here.
được đâu.
Ao to
All
anh.
the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
Xin phút.
I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the Kenny Boxhunt now to report is Jim Begley.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature.
Ok.
So it's away we go then. Who do you think this turns on, Jim? Well, Nicolo Barella is by all accounts a jack of all trades, and I think that's a very good way of describing how this player operates, because he's growing into one of Italy's most important midfielders, and he always has a say in what's going on, and he looks like captain material for the future. I think this guy has a lovely presence about him.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities.
Sao lẫn nhau được?
Very necessary.
Tớ chọn áo trắng nên là nó lại quần xanh, quần mẹ.
That's been cut out, well played. Raspadori. Keane might just make this. Well, that looks a cracking ball. Raspadori. Skillfully out. He is so at ease on the ball. Shandong Taishan are enjoying more and more possession, but very few chances up to now. Itogi makes the interception. Tonali. Well, that's beautifully weighted.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener. Keane.
Ôi rồi đội bạn che quả kinh quá, làm mình đéo làm gì được.
Di Lorenzo calmly anticipates. Oh, that's a key interception. Now he's off and running.
Ui,
Oh, that's fabulous.
Ui dồi ôi, cái thằng kia cao thế mà không tới quả bóng ấy, tiền mới mạnh.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner. Quality ball.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Barella. Well, there's the clearance. Passing is crisp and sharp. Hits one!
rồi. Biết gót rồi mà đéo làm gì được. Gót mạnh nhỉ? Hảo.
Shandong Taishan are in front now. The game's only goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Now it's Keane. Keane was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Raspadori. Well, it's a scoreline to raise the eyebrow. 1-0 to the underdogs. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Raspadori. Bertesi.
Chết.
He's gone looking for safety. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Shandong Taishan looking to pass their way through. Has a look and plays it forward. Keane. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Shandong Taishan have the chance to go the other way. That's a nicely measured pass. He's had it nicked away. Fratesi. Tonali. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Raspadori. It's a sweet ball that. Big header.
Mẹ tạt vậy, chạy vào đánh đâu chứ.
Really looked
Nước.
sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Donnarumma. That'll be the last acting of
Hỏng.
So there we are, half
Phái cả trường.
teams head into their respective dressing room, and while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly there has been just
Chết rồi,
one
lại
solid
chủ quán
moment.
này, chết rồi.
It's still very tight here. The game still up for grabs, and the half-time score 1-0. Some first-half thoughts.
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that and still very much in this game.
Shandong Taishan head into the dressing room, pleased with the thought that they have that all-important lead. Analysis to come during the break. And we are back on the way.
Shandong Taishan definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter.
Không
You
lừa được,
wouldn't
sợ
want
thật.
to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
He welcomes it in. That's an excellent interception. Donnarumma gets it away. Raspadori. Italy are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Tries a shot! Oh, it's fallen
Ôi
loose
giời
again.
ơi.
Now, how often do you see that?
Yeah, he'll be a little vexed with himself, having done well to
Chân
get
không
there
tối chứ
first.
nhỉ?
No, again
Không
there's
thoáng được phát nào luôn.
And that should get the job done. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
The attendance for this match was 70,987.
Barella. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether...
There's the hit!
Ôi
Đi
dại.
mẹ.
Is decidedly lacking.
Ái cả linh hồn cứa kìa. Ê. Cứa gì xa thế? Hỏng rồi. Hỏng rồi.
So time for change. This one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
He's played him through. And a shot.
Bố mày cái thằng này đá nhận ném thạch kinh tật. Thả nhẹ sang bên kia là chết.
Thả theo được, thả nhẹ thằng kia tới rồi, tôi chạy theo rồi.
In comes the cross. Backward it goes. It's a lovely, neat pass. Shandong Taishan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
Pass just off target. Cut it out.
Italy showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Việt vị được tải thật.
And he's straight offside.
Ba thằng Việt vị.
Just a quarter of an hour to play.
Shandong Taishan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route.
Mất độ chính xác rồi.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Shandong Taishan are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no way through zone.
Moved on forwards. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well seen.
Nó cứ thỏ cái chân ra lấy được.
Really well and stopped it.
And here's Raspadori. Can he get away here? Might be. Has a goal!
Trời ơi!
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Nè, đều lấy được luôn.
Minutes away from a notable win.
Ôi,
He is through here.
che qua thôi mẹ, chịu chết.
Nicely aimed pass. Good read, needed to be.
Mẹ đã đến thế này mẹ, giờ đến lượt mình sút chứ cứt.
Deftly done.
Địt mẹ vãi cứt. Mẹ. Chúi bòi đấy.
2 trận 1-0.
Mẹ.
Cười sang đông của mình.
Đéo tin được mẹ, gót quả mạnh thật đấy.
Dám cười nhạo đội bạn.
Thôi đen rồi không đánh nữa, đá còn địt mẹ nó còn phút cuối nó còn tượt pen nên gì tôi đã đấm gì cụ má nhỏ thật. Nửa sao mẹ cứ lần nào cũng từ thằng Na Uy bực thật đấy, sút ngu như lợn, môn như thế mà sút toàn là thủ môn.
Chứ hỏi là thắng một trận chứ là mình đã 7 trận mới thắng được trận. Cứ 5 trận thế. Nửa sao nhỉ?
Nửa sao.
Bọn đấy đúng rồi. Cũng rất được bạn chung kết.
Mẹ còn chó chết đã tượt pen của mình.
Mấy thằng này nó lùn để thôi rồi. sao chữa điểm thấp này. Bốc khó quá.
Chung kết đánh tay sang đông tay sáng còn ăn được mình, bữa nào khó. Bực thật.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices.
Quả không vào cái mẹ đệm nó không vào cái
And seated in the
này.
experts hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. We have already started here. That's a nicely measured pass. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Passing is crisp and sharp.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Mẹ được sao không nhục gì?
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And he's intervened well there. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Fair to say, I think a cautious start from both teams. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Quá.
He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Ô,
It's really well cleared.
những thứ được rồi.
First quarter of an hour gone.
Chuyện ghê thật.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
It's Choupo-Moting. He gets big.
Chết. Ui, mẹ. Ngoài cái tưởng vào góc.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
He's a sharp little ball here. Ongisa. Now it's Choupo-Moting. He could be in here. Keeper's ball.
Nó gạch thế.
Choupo-Moting. Tries a shot.
Thịt con mẹ mày thôi thôi.
That wasn't far
Ui,
away.
Konami mày chạy ra. Đến được mình
Sút thì là
rồi.
giỏi rồi.
Vãi thuật khuyết được. Sài Gòn.
Cham, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Choupo-Moting. That looks a decent ball.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable.
Chuyển ẩu thế.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And he was quick to react. Approaching the half-hour mark. He's got away.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And Cham. And there's his chance to lead the counter.
Địt mẹ.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he cuts out the supply. That has been cut short. Sambo Anguissa. Good read, needed to be. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Looking for the runner. Hits one!
Tốt.
Còn mẹ mày xanh. Vô một cái thằng kia.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Cameroon have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Now he's off and running. That's a nicely measured pass. Great hit!
Ôi
mày
giời
đấy.
ơi.
Vừa trả mình quả cọc đi.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit
Còn
unlucky
mẹ
he
con
couldn't
trống.
actually steer it goalwards.
Hợp lý, hợp lý. Ui mẹ.
Good running with the ball. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Interesting ball.
This is the time you need that pace.
He's gone forward. Anguissa. No, that was never going to make it. The ball is loose and the chase is on. The pass is intercepted.
Mẹ lấy.
That's a lovely neat pass. Choupo-Moting charging forward, the ball at his feet. Oh, great!
Ở trên đi quyền.
That's it for the first time.
Tay chân nhỉ.
Breathless ending.
Má nó quả tưởng xong rồi. Đạp ra.
There's been no shortage of talking points.
Má,
But
em vẫn
there's
có lấy được.
been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Vô một cái thằng kia còn trống sút ra ngoài.
So off we go once more.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Long ball by the goalkeeper. Good spot, he's seen the run.
That's been intercepted. That's great positioning. So good from him. Cham. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Now that's well seen too. Just eases him off the ball. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Held by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Well seen, saw that coming. That was well played, well stopped. He's got space in the area.
Ui rồi cái thằng cứt này mẹ.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. In towards the middle. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Mẹ mà đỡ có bóng nè.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, considering they're only one depth.
Đi con mẹ đỡ có bóng, đi con mẹ mày. Đi con mẹ mày đỡ có bóng.
Well, that's something that'll make the manager deep then, and they've got their leveler.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Look, get your seatbelts on, because this is showing all the signs of another roller coaster ride.
It's a pretty loose pass. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, good read. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution. That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. So, what can they make of this? Oh, can he get onto this?
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yield a winner.
Chết. Chết.
Con mẹ chết. Con mẹ mày lên. Đi mẹ.
Chết.
Đi cu.
Béo à. Béo à.
Đi mẹ lên. Đến giờ ấy à?
Tôi ngược đầu lắm. Đánh đầu ở đây không chết.
Đi con mẹ lên. Fuck.
Hai người cả.
Cái đá kiểu đéo gì nhá. Đéo làm gì được luôn. Địt mẹ, bó tay. Cứ đứng chịu trận thôi. Buồn thế nhỉ. Đã thua ngược với nào rồi.
Trận thua thật khó chấp nhận.
Đéo hiểu kiểu gì địt mẹ cầu thủ. Má Sài Gòn. Đéo hiểu đá kiểu gì biết được. Địt mẹ đúc đỡ bóng mới lấy ra. Chán đéo đả tả được. Phạt thật đi. Mẹ. toan để lộ địt mẹ.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Ôi,
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, I think you could write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
Looking for options for movement. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Chupamoting. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins
mà
out.
tưởng đéo thì trộn toán thằng đéo gì.
Oh, that's a key interception. Gets his pass away. Abubakar. Oh, what a
Địt con mẹ mày chuyển thằng kia là xong rồi.
Đã vậy rồi.
beat it right.
Rồi. Mẹ.
Stood up well to him there. Pinches it off him. Now it's Chupamoting. Look at the tries a shot.
Địt mẹ. Đá đéo còn bình tĩnh gì nữa. Địt cúc quá. Không quả biết soạn rồi.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
All hands on deck for this one. Chance!
Ôi địt mẹ.
Goal
Ôi
kick
địt mẹ.
as confirmed by the referee.
Ôi địt mẹ ơi. Phá luôn. Ôi đến cái giai đoạn nó đen thì khủng khiếp. Địt con mẹ ơi. Thế còn đéo vào ra ngoài gôn chứ. Địt mẹ sắp. Đéo thể tin được địt mẹ. Thua.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time.
Đéo thể tin được. Địt mẹ về. Lúc thua thì đúng là không thể đỡ được. Không hiểu vì sao thua.
Oh, such a clever touch. He's had it taken off him.
Xin nha. Cảm ơn. Tôi ngược đâu lắm.
Đá kiểu đéo gì nhỉ? Ô địt mẹ nói mình xin cái là địt mẹ mày thằng Konami nó tỉnh dậy ngay vào cái từ.
Nghỉ không vợ má.
Địt mẹ đéo thể tin được. Ai cả cứt.
Saw this team full of courage,